It's January 31st, 2025, which means it's time for the first monthly update of the year. Hey, my name's Ben Price. Thanks again for joining me for another monthly update, starting the year off with January, as we always do. January's been a busy month, not so much going on, but a lot going on all at the same time. It's confusing to me, probably for you, and without further ado, let's get right into it. For Christmas 2024, Tori, knowing that I have this odd fascination with glass blowing, gifted me a glass blowing workshop. So we took part in that. My interest started back, I think, 2019, when the television show Blown Away came out on Netflix. It's a reality TV competition show for glass blowers. I loved everything about it. I loved how the glass moved. I loved how they formed it into different shapes that you just didn't think were possible with glass, or something that looks like it's melting, which it is. But such a cool product and such a cool way of crafting it, and I loved all of it. So we went and partook in this. It was a 4-hour class. Our instructor's name was Philip at Madskapel. If I'm wrong, I'll put the name underneath me here, but Madskapel Studios in Calgary. Wildly, the owner of the studio was actually on a series of Blown Away. I don't recall seeing him on the series. He did say he was eliminated first, but it was a fun thing to do. But if you're in Calgary and you want to do a glass blowing workshop with some pretty cool people, check out Madskapel because they were phenomenal. We made 3 pieces each, so we each got to take home 3 pieces. We each made like a little ball, like a paperweight sort of thing, just to kind of get the feel of how the glass moved and felt. Then we each made a glass, sort of like this kind of shape, like a tall tumbler, I guess. Then we each made a large piece, and we got to choose. I made a bowl, and Tori made a vase. So I can't wait to get home and see them, because we made them and I had to leave right away, and they have to sit in a furnace of sorts. I can't remember what they called it. Annealer. It had to sit in an annealer to cool down slowly so it didn't crack and your piece was destroyed. But so much fun. Philip, shout out to Philip, our instructor. It was an amazing time and I loved every second of it. After the glass blowing workshop, like I said, I wasn't able to see the final pieces because I had to leave for the ship that I am currently on. I am right now on the Virgin Valiant Lady. Feels like my second home. I'm here a lot. I love it here. The people are amazing. The shows are amazing. I love everything about it. My schedule has been pretty consistent. I embarked on the 8th. I had 2 shows that day, and then I had a C-Day matinee, and then somewhere in there I have a guest spot in It's a Ship Show, which is the variety show. It's been great. That's pretty much been my schedule the entire time. The 2 shows on Embark Day, 1 C-Day, and then a guest spot somewhere in between. I am on the 4 and 5 day voyages right now, which means the schedule changes slightly depending on if we're doing a 4-day or a 5-day voyage. But things move very quickly on the 4 and 5 days because there's a lot to squeeze in very little time. So really good, really fun, upbeat, high energy stuff, but it is tiring. And if it's tiring for me, I can only imagine how tiring it is for the people who work every day, all day. I have the deepest sympathies for them and such respect, because they take such good care of me and everyone else that's on the boat. So if you're ever on a voyage, give your room steward or your bar server or your server at dinner just a hug and a high five. You know, they deserve it. They really do. Before I jump into other things that I was doing this month, I'll explain kind of what was going on today. We're in Bimini today, and seeing that it is my friend Oscar's final day on board, he goes home tomorrow along with Alex and Tori. Not my Tori, another Tori. We went out to the beach. It was really nice today. Every time we've been here, well, last week we weren't able to dock here, and then the 2 or 3 weeks before that, every other voyage, not weeks, I guess, 2 or 3 voyages before that, it's just been not nice weather. So it's been rainy or windy or cold, whatever it is. But today it's really nice, about 25 degrees, a little bit of cloud in the sky, so it's not super sunny. It was great. So we went to the beach, had a little swim in the ocean, had some lunch, had some coconut. It was great. But this brings me to my next little story. So Oscar has been on board. I've been on board with Oscar 3-4 times now, And every time I'm on board with him, he asks me to do things, to go out to the beach or to explore a port. And I will do that every so often, but I'm not getting off every time. I'm a boring person. The other thing he always asks me to do is go to the gym, and I am always refusing. However, this time he was relentless, and I have had a full month of every other day. I haven't missed a day, every other day. Anyway, I've been going to the gym. He's been teaching me so much. He's been making me very confident in that space because I do not enjoy being at the gym. People stare. I'm very lanky. I'm very weak. People stare, people smirk and smile, and that's fine. I don't mind embarrassing myself. It's my job to go out there and embarrass myself almost every day. But in that space, it just feels a little different. So it's been great to have him along. I'm really hoping that I can make him proud and continue on with that schedule. It's going to be a little hard in March, and I'll explain that in the monthly update for March. But when I get home, there is a gym in my apartment building, so no excuse there. We'll see how it goes. But I love Oscar for what he has taught me and shown me and built a little schedule for me in the gym and making me a healthier person. I wouldn't say happier, but definitely healthier. Along with Oscar, I met a new friend on this contract. Her name is Alex. She is from Montreal, Quebec. It's been really nice to get to know her. She was in the ship show along with Oscar. She does a contortion act. It's really cool. And then someone that I met before on a contract, her name is Tori. She's also a contortionist. Normally they wouldn't have two contortionists on at a time, but someone had to leave unexpectedly from the ship show and they had to scramble to replace, and Tori was the person that they could find to replace. Having known her work, they knew that she could slip right in and do a great job. So their acts are very different. Tori does some foot archery contortion, so she shoots a bow and arrow with her feet. Alex does contortion with a mouth balance, so she holds herself up with her mouth. It's wildly incredible. They're both really great, and it's been nice to spend some time with them as well. Plus, having Alex on board is like having a travel agent and a mother and a person who just a manager. All of these things wrapped into one, because she goes every embark day for Oscar and myself and books us our dinner reservations. It's fantastic. We don't have to do a thing. We're absolutely useless. She goes, she books it all, looks at our schedules to make sure that the timings work out right. It's been great. So again, thank you to Alex for taking such good care of us over the last month. I don't know what I'm going to do on the one voyage I have without you, because I'm on for 5 days in February and they leave tomorrow. So sad. It's the 30th today and they go home on the 31st. So sad times, but I will miss them. But I'm happy that they're going home and moving on to other things. Seems quick, but that brings us to the end of the month. Again, being on ships, there's not a lot going on because I'm just doing shows and shows and shows, which is great, but not a lot to keep you updated on. However, February and March are going to be a bigger update than we've ever seen before. I won't say that because it's big stuff, exciting stuff, but you'll have to wait until we get there to see it. But that's not this update. This is January's, and January was boring, which is always maybe kind of nice because it's the first month of the year. We're just easing into it. It's a nice little relaxing month. So hopefully I will see you back here on February 28th. 28 days in February for the monthly update then. But until February, stay happy, stay healthy. I hope you had a great January, and I will see you next month.